Hey y'all, it's your girl Missniecytv and I'm back with a review for Sistas Season 6, Episode 4. The episode picks up where it left off, where Pam is telling everybody that there's been a fire at the salon. Zach decides to take it upon himself, run out the office, and say I'm going to the salon. But Fatima looks at him like, nigga, really, are you serious? Andy is sitting in the car in disbelief with Pam and Fatima, and Pam is telling everyone how Aaron is blaming her for the fire because she doesn't know how to turn the curling irons off, and Pam is adamant that she did turn them off. Andy's like, where's my phone, because I have to call Danny and let her know. Fatima insists that she'll call her, so Fatima calls Danny and lets her know to get down to the salon. Danny is keep asking what happened, and Fatima tells her to get down to the salon. She's like, okay, I'm coming. Back at the hospital with Q and Logan. Logan says, I seen the surveillance camera and I seen how you tried to rob Maurice with a gun and that's when he shot you. Q's like, can't arrest him. Logan's like, I can't do that. Q is like, why? He's like, because you're my star witness and if something happens to you, I could lose my promotion that was given to me behind me arresting Sabrina and Maurice. Bio and Sabrina are back from lunch, and Sabrina wants to tell Bio thank you for everything that he's done, and he also wants to tell him what happened with Maurice's arrest, and Bio's like, I don't want to hear that right now, I just did something nice for you. So walks in, and as Sabrina says Bio, Sabrina's like, yeah. So Maurice starts making all these Prince jokes, like you're my African prince, and stuff like that, and start making Princess Sninger jokes, and Bio doesn't like that, and then he calls Maurice disgusting, and Maurice, well, Sabrina wants Bio leaves, because Bio makes a fuss and leaves, that Bio is homophobic, and Sabrina tries to deny the fact that he's homophobic, but Bio has made homophobic jokes before with Calvin and stuff. So that's another reason to guarantee that he's homophobic, which I don't know why Bio is being written like that. Sabrina asks Maurice, why are you here anyway? Maurice goes, well, I came over to tell you about Q and how I visited him in the hospital, but you weren't answering your phone. Sabrina goes, why would you do that anyway after I told you not to? That's when Sabrina checks her phone and she realizes that she has a lot of missed calls from Danny. And she's like, Danny never calls me like this, so something's wrong. So she calls Danny, and Danny tells her to come down. Maurice asks what happened, and Sabrina tells him that something happened with Karen and she needs to go down to the salon. And Maurice goes, I'll go with you. At the salon, Zach, Gary, and Aaron are outside. Zach asks what happened. Aaron tells them that they found a dead body in there and they're not giving any information. And Zach's like, well, they have to say something. While all this is going on, Zach starts yelling, Karen, Karen, Karen. Like, baby, if she's in there dead, she cannot hear you. So I don't know why you yelling like that. Mind you, Fatima is looking at him like, really? Are you really doing all this? While she's consoling Andy, who's breaking down crying in her arms. Zach and Aaron are about to fight because as Zach's yelling, Aaron goes, oh, you really care now, don't you? You didn't care before. Then Zach goes, I will really mess you up out here. Leave me alone. Today is not the day, Aaron. Please leave me alone. Andy and Gary break up the fight and everyone goes to their separate corners. Oh, I forgot to mention that Danny's arrived and Sabrina and Maurice have arrived. And they're asking what happened, and Aaron says that there's a dead body in there, and that they're not giving any information and stuff. Then Sabrina starts talking about an orange soda that they all used to share in college, and how she wished we would have the orange soda right now. Aaron goes, well, Pam forgot to turn the curlers off, and that's how the fire started. Pam goes, I did turn the curlers off, and I wish you would stop blaming me because I didn't do it. The medical examiner walks up and said that they've identified the body and that there's somebody in there. And are you next of kin? The whole group goes, we're next of kin. And Andy goes, this can't be happening right now. That's when everybody starts breaking down, and Preston is there and Calvin's there consoling their ladies. And that's when I honestly don't know why Calvin or Preston were called in the first place, but okay. Walks up with absolutely no bruises, no cuts, no burns, no nothing. Like she's trying to, like she's a model on runway or something. But Zach decides to take it upon himself, pick this lady up, scoop her up into a hug her so tightly, like he's madly in love with this woman. Starts caressing her cheek and her hair, and he doesn't even notice that Fatima has left. Oh, mind you, he tells Karen that he's going to pay for their shop damages. Like, what? I also understand it because he might have lost his baby mama and his unborn child in a fire. So I understand that part. But Zachary, you're doing absolutely the most. Everybody starts asking questions like, how'd you get out of the fire? How'd you get to the hospital? Are you okay? What happened? All this other stuff, right? That's when the guy that owns the store next door to her walks up, Lewis, and he says that he found her inside, passed out. That's when he took her to the hospital. The examiner walks up and he tells everyone that the fire started in the back of the salon, and it started from the back and it went up to the ceiling, and that's how the salon caught on fire, and that the body has been identified as an older gentleman. That's when Lewis says that there's been homeless people back there and they feed the homeless, and that's how they might have got back there, and that's how the fire probably started. But how would the guy got into the building if the fire started outside? Make that make sense. Pam is outside talking to the guys because the other girls left to go to Andy's house and talk, right? Pam starts ripping Zach a new butthole about how he was treating Karen and how Fatima was looking at him and how he's going to be in the doghouse for a while because he shouldn't have treated Fatima like that. Zach goes, since you were looking at Fatima so much, tell me where she went. Pam goes, as soon as she saw Karen and that she's alive, she decided to call a rideshare. Zach leaves, but the other guys and Pam still need a ride home. Oh, I forgot to add the fact that Zach did call Miss Lisa after being told not to. Pam's back at home and she receives a call. She receives a call from Aaron, and Aaron's apologizing for how you treated her earlier. And Pam's like, you shouldn't have treated me like that because I know I didn't do anything. Aaron goes, I'm very sorry and I shouldn't have treated you like that. Pam goes, don't call me no more. Pam decides to call up her friend Angela, her no good, no man having. I always think Zach is doing something wrong. Friend Angela, to tell her about her stressful day and how Karen's salon caught on fire. Angela goes, I know you didn't set that girl's salon on fire. But Tim was like, no, I didn't. But then she goes, what happened? Because you look stressed. But Tim goes, well, the way that Zach was carrying on today, I still think he's in love with Karen. And Angela goes, well, you were like that when you saw Ian, remember? But Tim goes, well, that's two different things. Angela goes, well, he was with her for 3 years, and love doesn't go away like that overnight. But Tim goes, well, you shouldn't have still treated me like that. You treated me like I wasn't even there. Back at Andy's house, the girls are sitting there talking. Andy goes, I need something strong. So Danny decides to pull out the weed pen and everybody starts smoking. Danny decides to take it upon herself and instigate the situation that happened with Zach earlier. And she goes, girl, did you see the way that Zach was acting over you? And did you see how Fatima looked? I feel so bad for her. Karen goes, well, Fatima probably hoped I was dead. And Andy goes, no, she didn't. Karen goes, right, because you're her best friend. Well, they all try to change the subject, but Andy says that Zach has moved on and he doesn't want to be with her, which we all know. But Danny still tries to instigate the subject. And then they change the subject to, why was Preston and Calvin here? Danny goes, I don't want to talk about that, but I'm glad. It ends with Karen telling the girls about her hospital trip and how she got checked out. But this is how it really ends. She tells the girls that the doctor, while she was getting checked out, told her who her baby's father was. Like, weren't you in the hospital get checked out for smoke inhalation? Asphyxia? Like, what? Like, how'd you find out who your baby? Then the girls ask, are you going to tell us? Karen goes, no, I want to tell him first. So, let me know what you guys think about the episode, but especially the Zach and Karen situation and Fatima. Please be sure to leave your comments down below. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.